What's going on, everybody? It's Rich here with Rich of Wall Street, and we're going to do a couple things in this video. Okay, so for the first thing we're going to do is we're going to discuss the hoopla behind AMC. What is all the news behind it? What's all the hype? What's making it go? And what's the reason its stock has gone from all-time lows to all-time highs in such a short matter of time? Secondly, we're going to be doing a technical analysis on AMC, and we are going to be charting our chart out, and we are going to see what's the potential and when can we expect a nice breakout. Okay, and then lastly, what we're going to do is we're going to be talking about a stock that needs to be added to our watch list. It has the same potential as AMC, and we're going to be comparing that to AMC and another stock that recently had a breakout, which was similar to AMC's. Okay, so without further ado, let's get into it. First things first, though, if you are new to stocks and you don't understand what going long or going short on a stock is, going long is your general buy a stock, wait for it to go up and sell it, right? Keep the difference in between. Now, when you short a stock, ultimately you need to borrow shares or stocks, and you would normally sell them at a high price, and you would buy those shares back at a low price, and then just return the shares back to the lender, whoever you borrowed it from, right? And normally all this is automated through Wallstreet, so you don't actually have to go out and find somebody. You just put in for it, and if somebody comes up, you'll end up getting some random person shares, okay? So, for example, let's just say I didn't get in at the very top. Let's say I short sold at $70 here, right? So if I sell one share at $70, I automatically get $70 credited to me, right? So now, to make money, what am I going to have to do? I'm going to have to buy it back lower because I still have to return that share. So let's just say AMC goes down to right now where it's at $55. If I got in at 70 and I end up buying that one share back at 55 to give back to the lender, well, I just made roughly $15 in profit, right? So that's generally how short selling works. Now, the reason why AMC is the biggest buzz right now is the same reason for GameStop earlier this year. You have a bunch of hedge funds that are doing what's called naked shorting, right? So naked shorts, you've probably seen that meme going around the internet. Naked shorting is they aren't actually borrowing any shares. They're just making up these shares and saying that they have them. So right now, AMC has a free float of 500 million, roughly. Free float is just how many shares are available for trading to the public, right? That's excluding all privately owned shares. So when you're looking at the free float, you're looking, okay, there's 500 million shares out there that people own that are getting traded back and forth. Apparently, these hedge funds have been trading or naked shorting 2.5 billion shares. This is the rumors in Wall Street that they've been naked shorting up to 5 times the free float. That is, I don't know how they get away with it, but they do, and that is a lot. So this is why everybody's expecting this massive move up, because if they are shorting that many shares and they don't actually have the shares, if the stock price keeps moving up, you're going to get what's called a short squeeze. So these shorts need to cover, and otherwise they need to buy back those shares within a certain time frame so they can give them back to the lender. And if the stock keeps going up, they're going to have to cover higher and higher and higher and higher. So if you have 2.5 billion shares being traded and they all have to keep getting bought at a higher and higher price, it's just going to push the stock higher and higher, right? So this is why everybody's expecting AMC to blow up. Now, with that aside, I trade mainly off of technical analysis. And when I'm looking at this from a technical analysis standpoint, if I were to draw out my support and resistance lines, so let's just say right around here to right around there would be your support, right? Roughly, this is our support line right here. Then we need to draw a resistance line. It's going to be up here at the 72.62. It's the high. And we're just going to draw it down, right? So when you look at this from a technical analysis standpoint, you can see that this stock is going to be breaking out soon, right? So we have one more day, which is going to be right here. And we need the stock to break this point right here, which is roughly $58.10. So let's just say 58.50. We can break 58.50. We can see a nice shoot up, okay? Now, what we need to focus on is another aspect of technical analysis called a mid-candle breakout. Okay, so it's whenever you get a large green candle after a gap up. So this was what it closed at a week ago, roughly. You get a nice gap up and it opens up here. Now we have a large green candlestick. You're going to want to look for the halfway point of that candlestick. So roughly right around here-ish, right? If this is our halfway point, because don't forget we have to count the bottom of the wick and the top of the wick. That's the entire candlestick, not just the real body, okay? So when you look roughly around here, you'll see that's the halfway point. And you'll see that after the stock gapped up, it kind of consolidated, right? So we'll draw, oops, not that one. So we'll draw roughly halfway point. So here's our halfway point going right through the middle of this mid candle, of this large green candle that gapped up. Okay? So when we see this, we see, okay, the stock is probably going to come down and it's probably going to consolidate roughly around this support line right here, this mid candle support line. As it did, and you can see that. The stock did run down, but that's only because this was our last resistance before it gapped up and broke it. And so it's going to come back down and treat that as support, but we can ignore that. What we're focused on is this mid candle breakout right here, this support line. So as soon as it consolidates around this mid candle, we have a support and resistance going diagonally in both directions. And you can see that we're getting closer and closer to the pinch, or that squeeze, right? So once it squeezes, I'm expecting roughly tomorrow, if not tomorrow, it's going to be the next day, which would be Thursday. You'll see this run up. When it runs up, it'll test that 70 mark. Once it tests that 70 mark, it's either going to pass it and push up to 75, or it's going to create a cup and handle pattern, right? So the cup and handle pattern is going to be a U-shaped pattern that comes up, kind of gets to the high, but then kind of consolidates and comes down diagonally before it breaks out and runs straight up, okay? So that's what we're looking for AMC. I am expecting this to run up soon. If we can pass that 75 mark, the next psychological level for traders is probably going to be 100. Okay, so once we get 100, as you can see, I'm already in with 9 shares at $54, and I'm going to sell at around 100 roughly. I might sell at like 90, 95-ish, just to kind of get it out before that psychological level, because if we don't break 100, then we'll end up just coming back down and consolidating again. So that is AMC, and you can see that support and resistance line that we did forming the triangle breakout. Another example of that would be right here and beyond. Okay, so beyond not as big, right? We don't have that large green mid candle breakout, but what we do have is the triangle breakout. So right here you can see exact same breakout as AMC. And if you want to, you could say that this large green candlestick right here gave us that support level midway to consolidate. So you got this one consolidating and this one consolidating right above this support line, which is roughly midway, right? And then after that, you see that, let me get rid of that so you can see easier. You see that as soon as we broke above this triangle, we opened up here, it just ran up. And the next day, it's running up again. And now, it's still continuing on this initial support line that we drew. And that was 2 days ago, I'm sorry. 2 days ago is when the setup for AMC, go back and draw that again. All right, so AMC's support and resistance level right here. That's what it looks like, okay? Beyond's 2 days ago, this is what it looked like. And you can see yesterday it broke out, and now it's running up even higher. So now I'm expecting AMC to break out tomorrow and then run up even higher. And roughly, like I said, we're just looking to test that 70 range. If we can break 72, I can see us hitting 75. Once we break 75, after that, we could easily push up to 100 within the next 2 weeks or so. Now, we've already gone over the hoopla behind AMC, and we've gone over the technical analysis, correlating it to Beyond with the previous breakout that it had before, right? So you can see that the two charts are the same technical analysis-wise. So we can most likely expect this to run, stay on the support line, and break out here. Stocks are all about patterns. And so what we want to do is we want to be looking for the next stock that's going to follow the pattern. So now we're going to look at Clover Health Investments. They just had this huge gap up and they have a large green candlestick, right? So again, what we're going to be looking for is we're going to be looking for a midway point roughly $20-ish. At that $20 mark, we want to see the stock consolidate, okay? And as it consolidates, we're also going to be looking at this level right here, this low, for a support level. So if the stock price trades down here at around roughly, what is that, $16.20. So if it gets close to $16.50, I'll probably buy in, right? I'll most likely buy in. Then I'll see it consolidate here for a couple of days, and then if I can see it consolidate and it forms that breakout that we were talking, that triangle breakout, roughly, right? So if it can consolidate for the next 2 or 3 days and form that ascending triangle breakout, then we'll be okay, because then we'll see a breakout and we'll see it ride this support line all the way up, right? So make sure that we add Clover to our watch list. We discussed AMC and the potential for it for tomorrow or the end of this week. And then as well as Beyond Meats, we showed how this pattern has happened before. And there's probably more and more that I could find, but these are just the most recent ones, right? Beyond is most recent. AMC is getting ready to form it. And then after that, we can expect Clover to do the same thing if it follows the mid candle support level and then your triangle breakouts, right? Let me just delete these. So anyways, that's what we were discussing in this video. Don't forget, if you want to be a part of our Discord, where we are posting all the time, it is free. Link will be in the description at the bottom. To get into the Discord for free, you'll have access to this is just the general chat, long-term option ideas, short-term ideas, Forex ideas, crypto ideas, a whole bunch of different chats. You'll also get access to one free Sunday night watch list, and then you'll get access to one free play from Rich throughout the week. Okay. If you like what you see when you're in there, go ahead and feel free to subscribe or upgrade to the premium subscription. It's $30 a month, and when you actually look at the profit and losses and how people are consistently making gains, you'll understand $30 isn't that much for the amount of time that my team and I put into it. You'll get access to a lot more with that premium subscription. Okay, you'll get daily watch lists, you'll get daily plays, you'll get team member chat where you can see us chatting about what ideas we have, whether it's stock related, crypto related, Forex related, real estate related, any kind of investment. You can see us talking in there. Then on top of that, you'll get access to much more. Okay, there's a lot that we're working on. There's a lot more that we're trying to bring. Of course, $30 is our launch price. We just went live a little while ago. So if you guys want to be part of that, link is in the description. And as always, don't forget to like and subscribe. And then just drop a comment below if you like this kind of videos. If you don't, then we can stop putting out videos on YouTube. But if you guys do like them, go ahead and leave a comment at the bottom. And we'll be sure to bring this kind of material to you guys more frequently, okay? So without further ado, that's all we have for this video. And I wish you guys the best luck trading this week, yeah?